Hey guys, it's Ron Bass.
Are you
That's
gonna
me with another edition of the Ron Bass Show.
Are we live?
We live.
Okay.
Bringing you motivation, encouragement, inspiration, and humor, Mr. Brent Atterbury.
Oh, sometimes.
All the time. Speaking of humor, I'm trying to convince my jiu-jitsu coach to finally keep his word and come up with a 15 or 30-minute stint to do a live comedy show.
He should.
He should. And I told him again last night. I said, "Come on, man. You're a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That's like one out of 100 million people to get that accomplishment. You can surely get on stage for 15 to 30 minutes and do humor, because he loves humor, and he's funny.
Yeah.
And he'll tell jokes and act up during class sometimes. But I think it all comes down to the same thing. You have to do what's uncomfortable, guys. You can't sit around and wait and wonder, oh, someday I'm going to. No, someday maybe never come. You have to do it now. Don't kick the can, man.
Yeah.
If you've got a dream, follow it. Try it out. I don't care if you win or lose. I don't care if it's good or bad. I don't care if it doesn't work out or does work out. Make the shot, man. Try it. I don't care what it is. I was with somebody, I was at a store the other day, and this lady behind the counter was talking about comedy or something, and I said, hey, if that's your dream, if that's your passion, go for it. She was like, oh yeah, I thought about it, but I don't know. And I hear that a lot. But look, guys, when I got in jiu-jitsu over 10 years ago, it was the last thing in the world that anybody thought I would be doing, let alone myself. But once I got into it, even though it was not easy, I said to myself, you can't quit. Once you start something, man, you have to stay with it, no matter how uncomfortable it is. When I started going to the gym 10 plus years ago and lifting weights and doing cardio, and I found a young man in there named Tony Fuel, which he likes to listen to our podcast. If you're out there, hey. He kind of came up to me, and I've told the story before, and he said, if you ever need any help, I'll be glad to help you. And he kind of became my coach in the gym, in the weightlifting gym. And he just took to me, and I took to him. We became very good friends, still are good friends. He's moved to another state, but we see each other on Facebook all the time, and we message each other and talk to each other on the phone. And when he's in Springfield, he comes to see me. But the bottom line is, that was not comfortable. At 61 years old, I'm in the gym trying to keep up with these kids, and it was like, because I'm watching them lift weights, and I'm thinking, man, if they can do it, I can do it. It was not easy, and I'd wake up every morning sore. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even turn over. This went on for a long time, not just for like weeks or like probably a year or two. But I said to myself, I can't quit. I can't give up. I have to stay the course. And I've told the story before about how he helped me to learn to do pull-ups. Same thing, man. I've struggled for probably almost 6 months. Every day I tried to do a pull-up, couldn't get one in. And finally, because Tony kept pushing my legs up, and I would get on the bar, and he pushed my legs. And I know I've told this story a lot of times, but I love telling it because it just sets the pace for people out there that are struggling to come up with a solution for whatever it is that's bothering you. And finally, one day I could do one. And I thought, oh man, what a great accomplishment. By the way, accomplishment, guys, is the best drug in the world. I don't care who you are, where you're at in your life. Anytime you can accomplish anything, it's like, the light bulbs are all coming on, man. You're feeling really good about yourself because it was not easy to make it happen, right? And when you made it happen, man, you feel like $1 million. Maybe in today's world, it should be more like $1 billion, because $1 million doesn't go as far as it used to, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it still goes pretty far, though. Any rate, full circle back to what I was talking about originally about my coach, that he just probably doesn't have the confidence to get on stage. But you know what? Once you get on stage, it's easier to get on stage the next time, and the next time, and the next time, and the next time, and the next time. You desensitize yourself to the uncomfortableness, right? Last night in the gym, I was grappling. Well, we call it sparring, with one of my younger students, and I could tell right away. The guy is very, very strong. He's very young. He's very, very strong. I'm not weak by any means, but he has that youth strong, and he's a lot taller than I am. And he was moving me around. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Ron, you just have to defend, because he's going to try everything in the world to submit me, which is basically how you either choke somebody out or you manipulate a joint to where somebody taps and says, I give up. That's That's jiu-jitsu, right? So I was able to overcome, and I could see him being very frustrated. But I've learned how to do that over the course of time because I've done so much of it that I've desensitized to the struggle, and I've learned how to get out of bad situations, right? And towards the end of the match, I saw an opportunity to submit him, to finish him. His leg was extended, and we have what we call a toe hold in jiu-jitsu. So basically you grab the end of the toes and you pull them down, and it breaks the ankle, basically, or they tap one or the other. So he tapped. And he was like, "Dad, gummit, Ron," because he said he was trying so hard to get me to submit me, right? I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying as another example of why you have to stay the course, because no matter who you are, where you're at in your life, if you do something long enough, you're going to get better at it. Now, does that mean it's perfect? No. Does that mean you're not going to have some bad days? You're going to have some bad days. You're going to have some bad experiences. You're going to have some times where you're like, man, I've worked so hard and I still can't win this fight, or I still can't win this business battle, or I still can't, wind up getting this girl that I really wanted to get with. Whatever it is, it's never going to be perfect. But I will say, the more you do something, the more you stay with something, eventually, sooner or later, you're going to have progress. And that beats the alternative, which is failure all the time. I'd rather win some as to lose all the time, right? Any rate, I don't know how we got off on all this because I had some notes for today, but here's some money. I forgot about that.
Why, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Okay, so here's some cool news. Ready? This is medical stuff, health stuff, good stuff. So you might have been reading about it, but there's a lot of new technology with cancer. I've read several articles now, including this latest article about vaccines, and they think they're already having a lot of success in animals with the cancer vaccine. I know people are like skeptical. Oh yeah, I've heard that before. According to this new research that I've read, they really think they're on the edge of a big breakthrough with cancer. Now, okay, I haven't seen it happen yet, but this article was very, 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 very promising. And I say that to say this. You can work out all day, every day, all day long, and do eat right and all those cool things, but you know what? You can still get cancer. You can still have heart disease. You can still have medical issues no matter how fit, no matter how healthy, no matter how hard you try to keep yourself from getting sick. That's just the way it is, guys. And I'm not being negative, I'm just being realistic. But if you do work out and you do eat right and you do take care of yourself, I can tell you this, your life's going to be a whole lot better. You're going to enjoy your life a whole lot more. And yes, we're all going to die, but at least all the way to the end, we can hope to have a better life, healthier life, more energy.
Quality of life.
Quality of life, yes, beats quantity, in my opinion. Any rate, so cancer vaccine on the horizon. Here's an even cooler, well, maybe not cooler, but here's another cool medical breakthrough. In Israel, in Tel Aviv, at the university, they've come up with a way to grow spinal cords in the lab. Now there's going to, so say they've already done it with animals successfully. Paralyzed animals now are not paralyzed anymore. So the first human trial, I think, is coming up in the next couple weeks. And they've already got like 20 or 30 people lined up to trial this. Yeah. So what this theoretically would do, of course, is eliminate paralysis, which you can only imagine what that's going to do for, well, probably 1 million, maybe a few million people around the world. There's a lot of people that are in a wheelchair that can't move, right?
Yeah.
And these are injuries mostly, right, from car wrecks or from maybe sports injury, whatever.
I think so.
People wind up where they're paralyzed from the neck down. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine what this could do?
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I just finished this article yesterday.
Yeah.
And of all places, of course, Israel. But Jewish people are pretty smart people, and Israel's very innovative in their technology. What they come up with some really cool stuff. So keep your eyes on that. If you see an article about it, read it and tell me what you guys think. I think this is going to be really, really super cool stuff. Okay, along the lines of health, the anti-aging industry is growing all the time. And what's happening is people that have a lot of money, particularly, billionaires, are funding these companies And there's all kinds of new technology that they're developing, including vaccines, going to the cellular level and eliminating whatever it is in the cell that causes aging. And it just goes on and on and on. Look, it all sounds like science fiction, but I think you're going to see in the next few years a lot of interesting news coming out about anti-aging, which is cool. Now, can you imagine taking a pill and then suddenly you're not old anymore? I suspect that a lot of people are going to take advantage when that happens and not want to work out, not do all the right things. But no, you have to. You can't look at it like that. It's like you still have to work out. You still have to take care of yourself. But this anti-aging technology, it may not be quite that simple, but it's going to be a definite plus for people that are elderly and that are not doing well.
I'm wondering if it just prevents you from continuing to age.
I think that's part of it, but I've also read articles where you reverse aging. You can actually reverse aging. Yeah, it's going to get pretty crazy over the next few years. But hey, that's cool, right? Okay. I want to review a couple things real quick before I let you do some breaking news. I think it's important to review some of the basic things that we talk about when it comes to motivation, when it comes to innovation, when it comes to personal development. And by the way, I was talking to my coach last night about jiu-jitsu. It's an ever-growing sport, and it's because a lot of people have gotten involved in it over the last 30 years, and a lot of those people have stayed with it and became black belts, and they've introduced a lot of their own ideas. So it's an always expanding sport, which makes it even more complicated. It was already complicated to start with. But nevertheless, I say that to say this. I told my coach last night, man, I am so interested in getting better at just traditional jiu-jitsu, all the basic, original, fundamental techniques. And to me, that's very important. But along those lines, I think that's why it's important to review periodically basic, traditional, personal development rules, if you want to call them that, or laws. So look, just remember a couple thoughts. You become who you surround yourself with. Very, very important, guys. You need mentorship. You need to be around people that influence you in a good way. I can't emphasize that enough. If you're around bad people, I'm telling you, man, it's bad news, and it's going to rub off. It's just not the way, it's just bad. So you're better off to be alone is to be around bad people. It's just the way it is. And secondly, remember, you become what you think about. These are both laws of psychology, not theories, laws. So if you think about bad things every day and you read bad things every day, a lot of bad things are going to probably happen. You want to be around positive people, positive thoughts, positive reading material, positive experiences. It's very, very important. And then one last thing, the goal card. Look, you need goals, guys. You need like now goals, and you need long-term goals. Take the back of a business card and just simply write on there a simple financial goal and a simple personal goal. Like, hey, I want to get sober, because a lot of people are not sober. They're doing drugs and alcohol, and you get the smoking cigarettes. I want to get sober, and put a date on it, go out a year, and then date it and sign it so it becomes like a legal binding document to yourself. Maybe a financial goal would be, hey, I want to be able to make an extra $10,000 this year, and sign it and date it and put a date on it. Put that in your pocket where you keep your credit cards or your money, and every time you touch your money or your credit cards, you're going to recite that goal. It just becomes a subconscious thing. And remember, you become what you think about. So I know it sounds crazy, but I've been doing this for the last 40 years. Everything I've ever accomplished has been from writing these goals down the back of a business card. I know it sounds crazy. Trust me on this, guys. It works. And if you get to that period where the time frame is over and the year is up, redate it for another year. It's okay. It's like people that relapse on drug addiction. You're going to probably relapse 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times. But at some point, if you don't give up, you're probably going to conquer the battle. You're probably going to win the battle, okay? Don't give up. Even if you relapse, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Okay, so much for all that. Breaking news, sir.
Well, I think about ice cream every day. So does that mean I'm going to turn into ice cream?
Maybe. You got me on the ice cream trip. Now every night I'm eating ice cream now.
Awesome. Good.
Yeah.
I influenced you.
You did. I'm not
Whether
sure in a
that's good or
positive way.
bad.
But back to what I'm saying. You become what you surround yourself with.
That's
you surround
right.
yourself with.
That's
Thanks
right.
a lot.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I bet you're smiling and you're happy though when you're eating it.
I love it. Man.
Okay, me too. I was going to, well, I'll do two. So, you were talking about breakthroughs and scientific
Yes.
changes in people's health.
Yep.
Well, we'll just, I found out breaking news that Ozempic, you've heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weight loss drug that's very popular right now with adults.
Yes.
They're claiming within 2 years they will have it for dogs and cats.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. So Ozempic is working to
That's cool.
provide that for dogs and cats, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
On another note, in Britain, a British man rode 55 different roller coasters in 1 week.
What?
in-
How
in
could
Britain.
you even find that many?
I don't know. I don't know how you do that in 7 days.
I don't know how you do that.
But that's hard. Different. Not the same roller coaster 55 times.
I mean,
And
you'd have to travel like a lot
there
of
must be a
places.
lot of theme parks where he's at in Britain, but he broke a Guinness record doing it. So
I find this interesting, these Guinness Book of World Records, how people are drawn to this. And
Yeah.
that you often talk about it. Crazy stuff.
yeah,
Like the guy that did the push-ups.
yeah. Well,
6,000
I'm- I'm-
push-ups in
I'm
12 hours.
I'm have
School
some,
teacher.
crazier ones maybe next week. But
Wow, that's
this one
wild.
was just people love roller coasters, but I don't know if I rode it 55 times. I think I might get sick.
I have motion sickness sometimes.
I can
even
ride
when
them a few
yeah.
times, but
I have to take
55?
Dramamine sometimes, huh?
55? It's a lot.
That's a lot, man.
Phew. Okay, different roller coasters.
That's an incredible accomplishment.
Uh,
Accomplishment. Accomplishment.
Today is National Banana Lovers Day.
Ooh, we like bananas.
Bananas, fiber.
Yep.
Also,
We buy bananas every day here at the school
Oh,
for the
wow.
kids, but the adults eat them too every day.
Wow.
Yep. I always keep them on the shelf every day.
Awesome. Well, today is also World Rock, Paper, Scissor Day.
Oh my God.
There's people that play that all the time.
So it's like
Rock, paper, scissor.
rock, paper, scissors.
Paper. Paper covers the rock.
Okay,
And
paper,
then scissor
scissors,
cuts
or,
the paper.
or rock. Okay,
Yeah, scissor.
that's crazy. Haven't done that since I was a kid.
And then for some strange reason, I've never had this before, but it's also Crab Soup Day. I've never had crab soup. I like crab,
Yeah, I like crab.
but I've never had crab soup.
no, me either.
So anyway, there you go.
Super cool.
Yeah, soup are cool.
Soup or That's funny.
Crab soup are cool.
Crab soup or cool. Play on words, guys. This guy over here eats something else.
You did it.
I did it. Inadvertently, I did it.
Yes.
That's crazy how you can come up with stuff and not even realize you come up with something. Crazy, huh? Speaking of coming up, guys, listen. Hear me out. If you don't give up, eventually those stars are going to line up. I know we talk about it every time we do a podcast. I'm telling you, though, from personal experience, I can't tell you how many times disappointment comes our way, right? But if you don't give up, sooner or later, it reverses itself. Now, it's not to say it's not going to happen again and again and again. That's just life. Life is full of craziness, and disappointments, frustrations, and failure is part of the craziness that we deal with as human beings on this place we call Earth, right? But the key to everything, man, is to don't give up. Don't quit. Keep trying. If you relapse, it's no big deal. A lot of my friends quit smoking, and it took them 8 or 10 times to finally give it up, or vaping, or drugs, or alcohol. I have a friend of mine right now that's been trying to lose weight for 2 years, and he's finally losing weight. But he never gave up on himself, and I never gave up on him, because he keeps trying and keeps trying and keeps trying and keeps trying. And now, I think he's lost about 50 pounds. He needs to lose like another 150 pounds. But hey, progress is progress. You can't always see things happen overnight. So believe enough in yourself to not quit trying. How about that? Okay. All right, guys. Until next time, as I always say, just remember to keep your head up and stay positive.